What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the ThreeZero Transformers Bumblebee movie, Shattered Glass, Soundwave, and Ravage. So this was sent to me by none other than Dr. Diecast, Sanjay. Thank you for sending this to me for a review. It is a really cool looking version. Now this is a repaint, or I guess a reuse of the mold. There are some new things in the box with this one, but all intents and purposes, it's the same figure that we got with the original Soundwave from the Bumblebee movie. So let's take a quick 360 at this guy. It really is accurate to the movie, other than the fact that it's shattered glass. The mold itself is very accurate to the movie. I don't believe shattered glass appeared in the Bumblebee movie at all, so this is really just an imagination piece. You can see there's all sorts of detail. I just want to get close. They've got this weathered detail here, so it's painted and then it's weathered on top, so you get all sorts of really cool details. Sculpt kind of has that, you know, like he's been through some stuff, battle. It's got a little bit of dirt here. I mean, it really amazing. You do have the translucent chest there. It does open up. It's not a button. It's just pull it by hand and open it up, and in there is Ravage. So this is the only transforming figure I've seen from ThreeZero. At least as far as I know, Ravage is the only transforming figure. Go ahead and pull the legs out from here. And actually, it does get relatively square, or I guess rectangular, but not, you know, a perfect tape anyway. Take these, fold those down. So same thing on this side. Unpeg this. It has a little peg right there. That's where the leg goes into. And then there's a slot right there where this tab goes into. So that's more involved than I actually thought it was. You also have the tail here that folds up. Now be careful, this is a very thin piece of plastic, so you don't want to break that tail. Come to the bottom here, fold the head upwards, and then fold his chest forwards, and just peg that in. Or not peg it in, it just kind of sits there. Nice detail all over this guy. Really looks good. He does have an opening mouth there. The tail can go up to there. Rotate up and down. The shoulders go in and out on this joint and rotate around. It would be nice if they popped out a little bit further, but that's all they go. You have a rotation here all the way around. You have a rotation here at the knee. A little bit hindered. That's the first hindered joint I've noticed on a ThreeZero. The foot goes down to there and up to there. On the back leg, same thing. These rotate. Oh, sorry, I had this wrong. This has to fold outwards. And now we have Ravage, fully transformed. I didn't have this bottom piece folded out all the way, and that fills out the back tail piece here. Actually, the proportions look a lot better too. So some really nice detail. It's got the same weathering, the blue and white from the shattered glass look. You can't open up the mouth and close it. The head goes up and down on this joint, so you can get down to there, up to there, and then the neck itself goes up and down. If you open this up, you can get it way down. So you have that. I don't think this pegs in anywhere. Yeah, this just sits like that. He does come with some accessories, so you can take this accessory here, and I believe it's meant to go like this, but you can kind of put it however you like. There's two tabs, and there you go. And you can also take these and peg those into the side of the legs. So there's little missiles there. Same color scheme, all painted. Nothing is unpainted on this thing. You can rotate these up and down. And then the tail back here does get articulation. So really nice looking and also really nicely articulated Ravage here. So we'll set him aside. And let's take a look at the main event here, which is Soundwave. There is some detail inside there. There's basically it looks like a sticker or a sheet of paper adhesive, and it's got some detail in there. That looks nice. Close this up, you get the translucent blue for the chest. Nice Decepticon logo, but it's in red because it's shattered glass. For articulation, you do have the head on a hinge joint for the neck, so the neck goes up to there, back to there, kind of like the Optimus figure. You get a side to side on this ball joint. This ball joint moves a lot better, it seems, than the Optimus head. You get back to there, down to there, which for this character it is important because he's got to look down at his tapes. So that looks good. You do have a light up feature here, so I'm going to bring this in a little bit closer. So here's the head. There's a button right here. So there's the light up eyes. That looks really nice. In order to put those batteries, you take off the top of his head, and there's two AG1, I believe, or AG3. I can't remember the number. But that goes in there, and then you close that up, and you get that nice light up feature. And it is on a ball joint, so you can pop it off if you need to. But that looks really good. I like how that works. We'll just turn that off for now. Continuing down, you have the shoulder cannon here. So this actually has to be installed. It comes in the box like this. You get this metal piece here, which has articulation here on the back. That's going to plug into here. And that has a friction joint. And then that's going to plug into the back here, which also has a friction joint. So you get the rotation this way here, up and down, and then this way here. So you can really get this into any position. It's very, very adjustable. I like that a lot. And it's a good looking shoulder cannon as well. For the shoulders, you can put this up, and underneath is the arm. So this has its own joint, plus the entire shoulder itself will go up. There's a panel right here that kind of folds upwards with the arm. I guess you can move this out of the way. Yeah, so that gets, I don't want to break it, but I think it goes up with the arm. You have a rotation at the upper bicep right here. Look at all that detail in there. Really, really incredible. You have a double jointed elbow with the auto morphing and detail features on there. Lots of die cast. Beautiful and works. Just, it all works. For the hands, you have a ball joint, so they go in and out, they rotate all the way around, they go up and down. And the peg that it's on is also movable, so you can move that in and out. Like that. Continuing downwards, these are sort of rubbery plastic, and I was wondering why, and I guess it's so you can use his ab crunch and stuff. So you do want to move these, and again, you got to be careful with these, but you want to move these up and out of the way, and now you can rotate here. And it's right above the waist. So you move it there. You also have an ab crunch here. So there's one bend there, and I'll show you on the back. And there's another bend up here. So just like Optimus, you get this nice detail back here. And really, really cool engineering to get that. Now, of course, this doesn't transform, but still, as far as action figure goes, that is some of the best stuff I've seen. You can move these hip skirts up and down, forward and backward, and then in and out. And then these are on ball joints, so you can move this basically any direction you need to. Those move out of the way to allow you to take the legs. Now there's two joints. There's a drop-down joint, and then there's a rotation. So you can rotate the leg. You want to be careful because you don't want to collide like I just did. So you want to pull this down, and then you can kick upwards like that. He's got a really high kick. Just make sure you get the drop-down hip. The drop down before you try to kick. There is a lot of places to collide, so you want to be careful. And we'll put that back up. You have out to the side. Now, this is an interesting joint. There is a piece here that folds down, and I'm not really sure what it's for other than to allow his leg to go upwards. Otherwise, with this in place, you're going to collide. And that's probably why they made this out of rubber, so in case you do, it doesn't break. But if you push that down, you can't get the leg. That's really smart stuff. And nice tight joints. Everything's heavy. Everything's die cast. So you need those nice tight joints. This also can double as just a cool little feature. You know, this pop out piece here, like he's taking out a gun or something like that. Continuing down, you have the knees. You get double jointed, and also all that automorphing stuff. This panel goes down, the knee cover goes down, and then this leg kind of pulls along. Really, really neat stuff. Rotation at the thigh, and there's a little bit of collision, so you got to move some stuff out of the way, but you can use that. Moving down to the foot, again, very, very tight. You can pull this down to get more. So it tilts both directions, it rotates, and it goes back and forth. So really everything you want. There's a little bit of a piece here that can go up and down for clearance or whatever you want to do. And there's a toe tilt there. So that is a lot of movement. All right, now let's take a look at his accessories. You do get the bandana here, and it actually has wire inside the tails or whatever you want to call these. So you can pose those. You can get this onto his head. I like to put it behind the ears. I'm sure you can do it different ways, but I like to put it on the inside of the ears. Like that. And then you can have this kind of flying in the wind. Right? Those tails can be sort of posed like they're flying in the wind, which is really cool. Next, you do get his hands, alternate hands. So you get these open, expressive hands there. And these look nice. All of them have been really nice. They're pliable plastic, painted, and washed. Those are good. You get more open hands. These are very similar to the other hands we've gotten with Optimus, but open hands. You get 2 trigger finger hands to hold the gun, which we'll take a look at now. So here's the gun, painted, sculpted beautifully. Really looks nice. There is a little fold up and down feature here. I'm not really sure what it's for. This might be to hang it somewhere, but I would just be careful with this. Doesn't seem like the most sturdy little piece of plastic. But you can take this and that will go into the hand here. Now these hands are pliable. You can get the trigger finger in, pose like that. Go ahead and take this one off the ball joint and just plug this back in. And as I mentioned, always just be careful as you're putting this wrist in. You don't want to break anything. There he is with that gun. Good looking blaster that he has there. And let's see, you also get one more hand, which is this 2-fingered pointing hand. I don't know if this has been coming with all of them or not. I have the 2 shattered glass ones here, and they both seem to have this. So maybe it's just the shattered glass versions, but... And there you go. You can have him sending Ravage off to battle. So they can go fight some Autobots. Now, he does also come with his stand here. And again, this is the exact same stand we've been getting with all of these guys. It does say Transformers, Bumblebee, ThreeZero. It's blue this time. And it works the exact same way. You stick this into here. And stick that into there. And then you can take this and straighten that up. Come to the back here. Pull off the little panel right there. This does fit in very, very securely, but you want it up a little bit maybe. Like that. And you can get that plugged in. It does fit very securely there. And there you go. You can have him posed on that stand or whatever. So final thoughts on the ThreeZero DLX Shattered Glass Soundwave and Ravage. Let's start with the positives. I really like the way this looks. It just, you can't ignore it. It stands out on a shelf. The color scheme, the paint, the bandana, everything just really looks cool. It looks like it jumped right off the screen. Other than the fact that it's not the colors in the movie, it does look like the character from the movie. This Ravage is actually really cool. I wasn't expecting to be able to transform something with a ThreeZero figure, and the fact that it transforms and fits in the chest was a really, really fun and cool addition. On top of that, it is a good looking Ravage. I mean, it's very accurate to the movie. I don't care for this look, but it does look like it came right off the screen. I mean, it's just, they nailed the look of this Ravage and Soundwave. I also think the paint detail and deco, as always with ThreeZero, is spectacular. They always do a great job detailing, painting, and just putting all sorts of fun little gimmicks and things in their articulation. I mean, this guy just really stands out. The light up eyes look good as well. Those work, and I like how they put the button on the outside instead of on the inside, so you don't have to take it apart or disassemble anything to use it. Negatives wise, there are some panels that do collide. They do give you a dispensation to avoid it, and there are instructions on how to avoid collision, but I do find that there's a lot of places where that can happen, so you just want to be careful. But that's really it for negatives. This is a home run figure. If you like this character, Soundwave from the Bumblebee movie, and you're a Shattered Glass fan, you're going to love this figure. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.